Yo, 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 yo. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Chase and Rhea. How's everyone doing today? We're just opening up some windows. But I think before we get started today, we're gonna watch a video that Chase sent me. Kind of get an idea of how other people handle this situation. But for today, we're going to be working on that wall sliding mechanic where when the player is holding against the wall, he will slide down the wall. He's alive! Yes, I am Dr. Frankenstein. I am alive! It's good to see you guys are alive as well. All right, well, we'll pull up this video and start the project, and then we'll be right on. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And Dream Studio can't watch the stream right now, but I was here. Thank you, Dream, for stopping in. I hope work or whatever's holding you up is going all right. You know, you can always lurk though. We got Rashad Z in the chat. What's up, Rashad? How's your day going? I hope it's going beautifully. Praise the Lord, guys. This morning, I was working on Judah for a bit, so I've been working on him off stream. And hopefully we can show him here in a couple of days. But I think this is how things are going to progress throughout the week until it's finished. We're going to try to work on some stuff. I want to kind of get back to the environment at some point, but I really want to get combat. I really want to get combat in, but I'm going to have to sit down over a weekend or something and kind of really look at the whole idea of combat. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How's it going, guys? Face cam. Yep. So we're gonna watch a video that Chase sent me, and I'm gonna hide this over here. We're gonna kind of check this out and see how Matt Asplund
Artlist.io
explains this.
Everything you need all in one.
Matt Asplund.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Unreal Engine
10 minutes.
In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to slide down a wall so you are sliding
10
down
minutes?
slowly or falling next to it slowly. So if you have full damage in a game or something, this just is an easy way to slide down a wall. So I'll show you what this is going to look like now. So if we go up to it, we can just hold E and we'll slide down slowly. As you can see, there's no animation for this. That's just because I couldn't find one for free anywhere, or couldn't find one easily anyway. But obviously if you have your own, then you can easily implement this in an animation blueprint or something along those lines. But
there's Matt. Yes, it is. I feel like ours is going to be a little bit more complex because
email or Discord or something like that, and I can easily.
It is only going to be
hold E and slide down.
It's going to be dependent on input from the player.
Doesn't just have to.
I guess it'll be similar in the sense because he's holding E on our end. We'll just be holding to the left.
So our first step
or against the wall. All right.
Blueprint. So for me, that's the third-person character. But for you, this could be first, third, or whatever you've named it. So once you've opened that up, what we're going to do is just want to find some space. Now here, we're going to use an E keyboard event. So for me, I'm going to right-click and get an E keyboard event like so. You can use whatever you like, or you can set up an action mapping for this instead.
Okay.
So if you go to Edit, Project Settings, go down to Input, we can then create an action mapping here. and you can just put it in and
By the way,
change
chat,
E like that, so you can get E again.
it's enhanced
here,
input
For
now.
me, I just want this to be a general
Enhanced input.
so I'm just going to be putting.
By the way, I'm going to be a little
E
bit
here.
slow this morning. I've been weaning
Now, out of
myself
this
off
E here,
caffeine.
What we want to do is we want to set.
Well,
a
not
new value,
weaning,
and
but
this is to make it easier for us to use.
I was drinking the real good stuff. I was having like energy drinks. Now I'm having like coffee.
So get actor,
which isn't as
like that. And we're going to right click again.
Powerful.
Get actor rotation, like so. And this is so obviously we
Oh
know
God,
where the
may
player
today
is
be a good
and which way
day.
they're facing. So we'll right click on the return values of these and promote them both to variables, naming them accordingly. So this one I'll call actor location. Plug it into the on pressed the E keyboard event there.
So he's just gonna get
do the same for the rotation, and this one call actor rotation.
Speaking of which, we're going to have
to
to
call these variables later on to easily use them. And now after this, what we want to do is hold down B, left click, and get a branch like so. And
we're gonna have to snap the player's rotation
falling velocity on
to the wall.
So we want to make sure we can only do this when we are falling and falling down, not falling up or left or right, just down. So to do that, what we're going to do is right click up here, and we're going to get velocity, like so. So this is going to get
just get the movement state.
We're going to right click the return value and split the structure pin out of return value Z. So the Z axis, what we're going to do is get a less than. So a float is less than a float, and we're going to set this to be about -50. You can choose any other value, so depending on how fast you want them to be falling first or how slow.
I feel like I'm
but
too high
I
up
wouldn't
in the
recommend
air.
going below -50, so closer to 0, as that is then when it starts to get a bit buggy, so you can then start doing it more going left and going right. And if you go above
left and right,
do it going up as well, which we don't want. So we're going to plug this Boolean return value into the condition of this branch here. And now if we come out of true, that means we can only fire off this other line of code if we're falling down. So we're going to do that. So we'll come out of true, and we'll get.
Dude, I'm 650. Okay.
Here. So line trace by channel. The start, what we want.
That's my height,
get
dude.
Actor location. So get actor location.
Tall, bro.
We made earlier, and put that.
Hey, Lidations, welcome to the channel.
We want this to just be a little bit further away from the player. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the actor rotation variable we made. We're going to come out of this, and we're going to get the forward vector, like so. As this first one, I want to be directly in front of the player. And then I'll move this down a bit. We'll come out of the return value of that, and we'll get a times, so multiply, so a vector times a float. This float value here is how far in front of the player we want this to be. So I'm going to set this to times 200.
Oh, he's doing the line trace.
200.
I thought he was Rhea pooped in you house.
So increase this.
Rhea, you got to stop pooping.
Decrease it if you want it to be
on my
to
things.
the player, so the player has to be closer to the wall. And then what we're going to do is then get the location again. Come out of that and get an addition. So a vector.
And you need to stand up
vector,
for yourself to this young gentleman here.
We just did, and this is going to go into the end like so. So essentially, we're getting the forward way the player is facing.
Chase Whedon hat
in front of the player, timesing that by 200. So it is.
I thought we've already come to the conclusion that there's a garlic in my hat. It's not weed, okay? It's garlic.
More of a straight line and plugging that into the end there. So it's going to go between the actor location and 200 units in front. And now just for testing, I'm going to draw debug type for duration. Obviously, if you don't want the red lines anymore, set this to none. And then what we're going to do after this is hold down B, left click again to get a branch with the condition of this return value here for the line trace. And out of true, so if we have hit something, essentially, so if it's true, we've hit something, so the wall, we're going to get a reference to the character movement here. Going to drag out this and set the gravity scale, plug that into true, obviously, and we want to set this to 0. So they're going to be falling slower. So that is how we slow the player down. Now for false, we want to do another line trace. So
see, I was thinking of using alert
Control C, Control V to duplicate
doing like a constant scan
like that. Now, the only thing
until we hit the ground
is this multiplication here.
No, I wouldn't do that. Exactly. See,
so I'm going to set this to -200 instead. So it's going to go 200 units behind the
player. Poor Rhea, man. She's probably just folding some laundry or something, watching and chilling, enjoying her morning, and then all of a sudden we got Lidations saying she's pooping everywhere. It's ridiculous.
Behind player. This is
Chase Lee 18 team.
Simple things like that. And again, the rest of that is.
Let me guess, you like Dragon Ball Z and Android 18?
Again, so Control C, Control V. And so now actually we can also just duplicate this part up here. So the branch.
I thought it was all about Android 17.
Branch into there like so. And so now what I'm going to do is again duplicate this. So copy all of these. So copy everything there. Select it all. Control C, Control V. Fold to that branch, goes into the line trace there. This time, we're not going to get the forward vector. What we're going to do is come out the actor rotation, so delete that, and then
I like blueprints.
right vector. So now
I do too.
if it's to the side of the player, plug that in there. Change this.
Just trying to figure out when and where, when not to use them, right?
Right of the player. Obviously, you can comment these differently to which makes the most sense for you, but this works for me. Keep the rest of it the same. Again.
So Chase, what are you working on today?
We plug in
Ria, what are you up to today? Lightations, how's the PNG thing going?
Select all of those. Control C.
They don't call Android 17 the MVP for no reason.
Again, this time
exactly
200 to minus 200, as this is going to be for the left of the player. So left of
Android 17.
As it's going to be inversing the right, which is.
I always forget if it's Android 16, 17, and 18, or if it's Android 15, 16, 17. Now I have to look that up. Yeah. Android 17. Ha! Wow. Working on your side game right now. Okay, what's your side game?
Back up here when we let go.
Hey yo, have you guys actually seen the new Dragon Ball? Was it Dragon Ball Daima? Looks pretty sick, mate. Hey, it's baby Goku and Vegeta. It's going to be great, mate. How's that accent I got? It's pretty good, isn't it? Why is everyone baby? Everyone's chibi. Are they just chibi? Is that what it is? Everyone's a chibi. And then Krillin looks like Master Roshi. But Krillin right here doesn't have his little doodots on his head. So that's got to be Master Roshi. Turtle! Master Roshi! Anyways, let's continue.
What we want to do is set
the multiplayer team game. Oh, okay.
Gravity scale.
You'll have to tell me which one you decided on.
Back to the default value, so we're not slowly falling.
How's everyone going?
Slowly jumping up.
Chat and Nazareth. I'm doing great, man. I enjoyed my weekend. I got to work on Judah a little bit. For you of you who don't know, in the Discord, we posted a update on the concept art for Judah. And I'm excited about it because I really like it. Let's go to where I may have posted it. Server announcements. On the game development. Boom. Here's Judah. And then the first enemy, which is a tritop. These guys are herbivores. They like their leaves and dislike anyone who tries to come in between them and their leaves. Right? But yeah, I've been sculpting Judah off stream. I'm going to have to revisit the hands because I didn't make them chonky enough. But hopefully I'll have him ready to show you guys soon, in a couple days. Ria says, yeah, just cleaning today. Hopefully do a little Blender tonight. Have you gotten to touch Blender at all recently, Ria? Because that sounds like a fun night. Rashad Z, I wouldn't mind if Toriyama makes it full like OG Dragon Ball in terms of comedy, but I would prefer the more Arc and DB Super to get animated. Yeah, I agree. I'm honestly holding off on Super for a little bit because I want to watch all of it recently. So last year I watched all of Dragon Ball, and then I watched all of Dragon Ball Z, and then I watched some of Super, and then I was like, I'm just going to wait until a lot of it's finished. Then I transitioned over to One Piece, and I started at episode 1, watched through the entire series, minus the fillers, right? So... Oh, and then I did Jujutsu Kaisen. And then, what's another one I watched? Jujutsu Kaisen. And Ranking of Kings. That's a good one. Vinland Saga. Love Vinland Saga. Super cool. Very emotional and cinematic. Honestly, I was very surprised. I haven't seen something very much like that drama in a long time. Right now I'm watching Solo Leveling. That's a pretty good one if you haven't watched it. It's not like too lewd. It's just good old fashioned like action, which is what I enjoy about it. I watched God Eater, but I felt like that one was a little bit too lewd. Sorry, I kind of went on a tangent, but I like anime. Okay, Rhea, making games. I believe Rhea models. Raleigh was bullying me on Sunday, so I'm sad. Dude, I just told you I couldn't make the whistles. The This channel is smart team. Yeah, we are. Big brain. Channel big brain. It's insane. Nothing we do is mundane. He was just joking, DW Lightdations. Yeah. No, haven't had time for a while. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I hope you get to mess with Blender a little bit. You know, honestly though, Rhea, hands down, shout out to you, because being a at-home mama is a very hard duty. And it's difficult. I mean, I'm a stay-at-home dad, and I feel like there's a lot more I should be doing, but because I'm working on this game so much, I was going to school, I'm not doing all that. But all the cleaning, taking care of her, well, I did take care of her for about 4 years. But I didn't have to take care of her when she was a baby. That there's difficult. Rashad Z, skip the first 2 seasons of DB Super. Just watch Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, and you'll get the same experience. Okay, but with better animation. All right, I'll make sure to check out everything after season, or I'll watch. Was it season 3 and upward? Skip the first 2. That's why you get 200, because you are so smart. Yeah. But let's be real. I need like 200 million because of how big my little brain is. Okay, it's pretty big for how small it is, right?
Control C, Control V to paste it over here. Plug it into released like that. So when we let go of E, and we'll set it back to its default of 1. So now we can compile and save this, and this should work. So what it's doing.
So yeah, he's just using gravity.
If we are falling down. If we are.
By the way, guys, if you do like the live streams, the interactions, make sure to like the video. And if you're new, just stopping in, I appreciate you being here. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're a Christian game developer channel, development channel, I should say. And if you're interested in game development or in God, click that like button and the subscription button as well.
Let's test this out now. If we hit play.
Yeah, and join the Discord. Link is in the description of this video.
We're falling down, we see a red line, and we fall slower like that. So you can see this is our normal falling speed, and this.
I could do something.
And as you can see, it works for both.
I could do something like this for. I mean, it's a little bit easier than what what I was like thinking of. So for me, what I wanted to do was, and I'm gonna get it. Ooh, I forget about it. We really need to fix that. That is horrendous. We need to fix that. We'll get it. We'll fix it. Regardless. So why isn't there must be something wrong. I must have done something and forgot about it. But the whole idea is that I wanted to So I was going to, obviously we have our line traces here, but I was going to essentially shoot down and then, linearly interpolate between here and we'd take the capsule height obviously here. But I feel like that might be too much because we have to take into consideration, the player's input. Gosh, I'm just thinking slow today. What was that? That's some speed running trick. Yeah, it was, right? You can use that to get through. You can use that to get through any type of environment. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna have to take into consideration. Also, we're gonna be changing the way movement works later on in the future. I don't know. I don't think I saved it. Let me see if I've saved it. I do a lot of stuff in Paint because it's just so quick to open. But people do make fun of it. No, I didn't. Shoot. So we're going to have to, I'm thinking of creating it so left and right is left and right. Anything down is like a crouch, right? Obviously, there'll be a threshold that I'll try to mess with in order to get a pleasant result, because I don't want to make it when someone's moving left and looking down just slightly, your character's already crouching, because that might be a little bit annoying and intrusive. Also, I want to make it so when you're like looking up, your character looks up. But yeah, with that being said, let's try to work on the sliding mechanic and figure out why the player is not attaching to the wall. I've got a section in my Discord for my game where I just save stuff so I don't forget. Yeah, I need to really... I think this week I'm going to... here, I'm gonna turn this down because I'm bumping it pretty loud. It's a little too much for my brain. It's a little too much for my brain. Oh. Maybe I need some water. So why isn't the player connecting to the wall? What did I do? Wall check. Boom, 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 boom. This is going to be real fun trying to track down where and when I went wrong with this. Because it was working fine. I don't think I worked on this at all this weekend either, which is the mildly irritating part. This is all used for vaulting, used for climbing and wall jumping. We know that we only need this one. So let's see if this is even blasting off, or in cool euphemism, if this is even being, I shouldn't even say euphemism, if this is even having any instance of, if it's even being triggered. Sorry. Wall or stick to wall called. It could be that I just have to compile. Oh, today is a beautiful day, Chad. I went out. It's been raining for 2 days now, and y'all know I absolutely love the rain. It's one of my favorite weathers, or it's one of my favorite things to happen. It's just an excuse for me to stay at home. Let's see if this even triggered. Yeah, this isn't even triggering. What's going on? You know what it could be is that I have things set up in this map, but not in that map. It could be the primary issue. Yeah, and that's what it was. That is what it was. So in the other map, I just have to make it so it is generating overlap events, which you can see right here. Generate overlap events. But yeah, regardless. Have this. We're going to be working with our controller a lot today to test things out. right. So, so we're sticking to the wall. Wall checks right here. We're sticking to the wall. But this thing is going to be calling down the slide down timer, which eventually is going to make us start sliding. But what if we do a check down here? This is going to start sliding. Then we're going to play the timeline from the start. And this is going to call this. And we're going to slide. And what sliding does is essentially just have the character go from point A to point B. But now that I'm thinking about it, I actually really like not just turning gravity to something small. But this allows me to do things after a set amount of time. So figuring out how we're going to do this is going to be interesting. Leaks. Let me guess. Look at this guy. He did say he would have new leaks today. Okay. There's speed and stealth. Faster interacts. Oh, okay. I like how quick to the point these leaks are. So if you notice here, chat, Chase's game where you chase Bruce Lee, okay? We're going to be having ourselves some more faster interactions with the flashlight, and we can turn the flashlight on quicker. But here's the other point. We have a dimming functionality here, right? We can dim the lights. It makes it a little less clear to the enemies that there's someone in the area because you can dim it down. So that's kind of the stealth system here. That's the stealth system, all right? So those are the leaks for this. Let's see what he's added over here. Oh, man, he's got mega scans. He's got mega scans. That means he's got a mega mind. Let's check it out. Okay. So I see he still has my hat near poo poo. That's great. And we still got Rick doors. But we have what's this? MS presets. Was that MS like Microsoft presets? Oh, and we have upgrades. We're gonna have upgrades. So you can upgrade your flashlight. Right? But not only can you upgrade your flashlight, you can hire police people to fight by your side. Police. Police. Okay. It doesn't look like there's too much else going on here. The guy just, oh, there's a bridge. Oh no, we know about the bridge. We know about bed hide. Okay. What about over here? Smartingly. Oh, wait, we got a new level, it looks like. Looks like we got a new level going on up here. This must be inside of that house, chat. This is going to be the layout of the house, right? Big leak soon, though. Okay. But it looks like for now, that's all the leaks we're going to get, besides, you know, the one that I clicked the BRB button for. And then we got to take a leak. Stick to wall. So what if, I wonder how this would interact, because I mean, it's not going to work still, because even if we call this, depending on if it's the same normal or not, right? So thinking, I know that whatever we're going to do is going to need a line trace. Just checking to make sure that Everything's okay with my kid. Wow. 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 Man, I'm trying to think of where I can introduce this at without interrupting too much of what I have going on here so far. Because if I interrupt what I'm doing here, I'm going to have to rewrite a bunch of stuff, which I don't want to do. I'm lazy. I don't want to do any of this. So, in slide, I can do something. Because this is the timeline. And then once the timeline has been achieved, we will fall off. So I guess there really is no timeline now, because we're going to make that something completely decidable by the player. I'm trying to think. I know that we could add it here and just call it. And then we can have it in a loop where we'll just constantly slide. I wonder, let's try something out. So let's say if we have this and we go and true. True tests. So that's something still we can do, because regardless it'll return false or whatever. So in here, I'm thinking of creating a function that detects when the player is clinging, if the player is holding input against the wall. Or essentially, I don't know, because we won't have velocity to work off of. New big leaks. Oh man. Footsteps, step audio, walk. Input control update. You know, you can, if you put, tab up here, or the console button typically in Steam games. I don't know what this is called. And you do this, and you close it out with that, you can spin stuff like that too. You know that? And it's all three of these. Three of them. It's the button under escape. Above tilde, I think. The tilde. I think that's what's called, the tilde. Let's look at the tilde key. Tilde key. Yeah. Who's messaging me? By the way, guys, this is the daily check to make sure that you read your daily Bible verse. All right? Read it. Right? You got to read it to receive it. But most importantly, when you read it, you got to believe it. You can expand the notes. Let's see. That's true. But you can also copy these right here. Boom. Boom. I can download this though. That's pretty cool. That is cool. Why am I getting all these notifications? So let's stick to wall. And then somewhere in stick to wall, instead of having it slide down, right? Because essentially what we're doing here We're calling this and then doing all that. I can do a check here. And it's only one nested, so it's not bad. Because this is going to stick us to the wall. And this is just going to check if player's input is opposite of wall normal. Something like that, right? Because if I take, I believe if I take the dot product of the player's input and the normal of the wall, we can figure out if it's negative, then that means it's against it or the direction of it, which would mean they're holding the input to the left instead of the right, right? We can go from there. Once they let go, it'll key in what's going on over here. It'll start this entire process, but at least then it'll be based off of the player's input. And I want to see if I even have a function like this already. Player opposite. Nope, that's it. All right, let's see if we can go ahead and make one of these. I mean, we can obviously make one. Clear, clean, wall, normal. And this will be a bool as well. And I think I might have already done something like this. I mean, I have to, because if you noticed, what was your daily verse? Well, I read the entire, I'm in Matthew's right now. So I'm on Matthew's 19. I've been trying to read 3 to 6 pages a day, primarily at night. But I read some this morning. But if we go back to home, my daily verse is Psalms 121:2. My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. Right? That's true. Without him, I wouldn't be here doing all this, guys. Also, I like the background music. Thank you. Yeah, I like it too. I haven't been getting copyright striked every stream, which is nice, because once we get to a certain point, I'll be able to use these as a way of getting some income for the game. So, slowly but surely. Also, let's check Twitch really quick, because I know for Twitch, my streams have not been popping up. Yeah. This is Twitch. Even though I have everything set up, everything's working out of nowhere, it stopped working. And the only time it works is once I'm finished. Once I'm finished, it places it into the stream, which is interesting. It's very interesting. So, I think it's intentional. Or who knows, maybe I need to fix something. But yeah, if I go... Yeah, we need to fix the resource being drawn towards the player more. But yeah, if like I'm... Oh, okay. So I don't have anything like that. All right. So it's going to have to be in fall. And I don't know if this is going to work well with directional. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think this will work well, guys, with the directional movement. I don't think it'll work well with directional movement. Unless it was quick. We'll have to test it out. We'll see if it works. But from what I know, now that I've messed around with it a little bit, I think I have a better idea of how I'm gonna include this. So I don't think I'll have it in here. Right? I think where I'll have it is in the slide, maybe. Because fall, this is what pops when it's done. And honestly, I'm struggling a little bit right now because it's been a while since I've messed with the timeline, so I kind of forget how it works. So we have this, the slide. Then once we reach the end, slide. Yeah, see? Timeline event. Rather interesting, actually. But let's go ahead and write that function. Bool. What would I call this? Input opposite. Input. I don't know what I would call this. Input pressed against the wall. Input. I swear my naming conventions or my choices are horrible, but I'm like, I want to just get it done. So we're gonna have to find a way to blueprints. Yeah, I know you're gonna say blueprints. Okay, you don't even have to say it, Chase. You don't even have to say it, brother. By the way, this weekend I was trying to fix my brother's Oculus controller, and I ended up stabbing my hand because I was trying to use a knife to pop open a thing, and it slid, and I stabbed my hand a little bit. I like how Ria's laughing. She's like, yeah, he wasn't gonna say it. He was gonna say it. He was gonna say blueprints. Look at our messages. This is literally all of our messages. This one. The blueprints. No, the blueprints. Sneak peek. The blueprints. C sharp sharp. C extra sharp. I like that. That sounds like a good new name for a programming language. Instead of C++ or C sharp, it's C sharp sharp. So we are going to need I'm trying to see if I can use the input, because we're gonna need, like, if I did F math and then dot or dot product, or is it Kismet? Yeah. Two vectors. So in here we would put, you know, our character input and then our wall normal. But I believe this returns a float, doesn't it? Yeah, it returns a float. Float. We're just gonna call this result. I don't care. And in here, where are we gonna call this at? Because if I want the input, I have two things here. So in move, we have this f action value where we can type value.get f vector, blah, blah, blah. Right? We put the input action in, and we in turn get this. Honestly, what I could do is do this. The only issue is that this only takes in information when I'm binding it, because I'm binding it with the climb action. So if I wanted to trickle this down, I would have to call this in move. I would have to call this in the move function, right? And we can get rid of this. We don't need it anymore. Oh, you're okay. Saying this could be useful for future reference, so we can get things, I'm guessing, in the Y direction. Man, why does everyone want to talk to me today? Casting Call Club. I don't care. So the other way I could do this is make a global variable, and then obviously just set that global variable to the input player movement in here, and then that will get set every time I move. I could do that, but now that I think about it, there is another function that I can use that is a part of the character movement component. Input opposite input against wall, right? I could just do, what is it? Character movement component dot get last input vector, right? Blueprints. But what I will need here though is a f vector wall normal. And we can pass in wall normal, right? Right? Do you think it's necessary, guys, for me to have it so the player is pushing against the wall, or do you think I should just slide down automatically? Because in my head, I feel like it would be better for the player to hold to the left, right? Because that means that's what they want to do. And if they wanted to get off, they would just move to the right. Or they would look up somewhere and jump really quick. Blueprints. My name's Chase Lee. That's the only advice I give. No, I hope you like the little song I made for you, though, with the music in the background. All All right. We're going to try this just because. We're going to try it just because. But obviously if... So this is going to return, I believe, a value between -1 and 1. And I believe -1 would indicate that essentially that this vector, which is the input, is pointing in the opposite direction of the wall normal, while 1 would indicate that it's pointing in the same direction. If results equals -1, we can return true. Else. And we have to do else if here because I believe there is an instance. We'll just put, we don't even need this, because anything else is going to return false. If it's 0, then there's no input at all. If it's 1, that means there's input, but it's in the opposite direction. No. But just to be sure here, let's warning and then do text and then do this F. What? Results. And print this bad boy out. How are you still? Oh yeah. Whatever. I'll just add this manually. Seeing that error sign scares me. It could be a constant. Everything's a constant in the writer world. There's been so many times where I've made it constant and it's just like messes up everything. All right, so now that we have the input against the wall function created, let's go ahead and test it just randomly. Let's do bool best equals input against the wall, and we don't have any information here pertaining to the wall. So if we decide to go this route, we'll have to do that. But let's just go to wall check and then just do this here. And then what we'll do is we'll do the mid hit that impact normal.
No, it was not done in blueprints. No.
Would it be okay if I try to make a model of Judas sometimes? Yeah, I would love that. I'd probably scream and cry at the same time. If you want to see me scream and cry, that is a good way to do it. No, it's complete. That's 100% okay. As long as it's respectful, right? Like, which I'm sure it will be. But I just have to say that for anyone out there who's watching this now, like, oh, that means I can do it. Yeah, just be respectful, you know? All right, let's check her out. See? -1, -1, -1, -1. And if it's not -1, then we're not, you know? We don't even need to be stuck to the wall. So, which, you know, I can come in here and say test. Right. Thanks, I will. Yeah, I will be extremely excited because I like when people make fan art. And if it's, you know, I'll probably make it the new Judah. I'll make it the new profile pic of the Discord. By the way, guys, go check out these. If you want to talk more about the character concepts here, we can definitely do that. I think I'll create some type of category later for maybe some ideas. You know, if there's any ideas that you get from watching this, please make sure to talk about them, either in the Discord or in the comment section, right? Of this video or of any other video in the future. But now look, if I don't press anything, he's not going to stick, right? Like if I just let go, he's not going to stick. But if I hold it against the wall, we stick. If I let go, you know, which funny enough, that means I don't have to, all that fall stuff I made earlier, I don't have to do it. Because if I let go, you know, but this means like on the phone, it's going to be a little difficult. So I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to build it out and I'm going to test it. Because I have there's some concerns I think the Lord has brought into my attention about how this will interact or affect the entire gameplay. And it won't be good. Praise the Lord, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and build this out. And when this builds out, chat, I am gonna freeze. So let's see if I can get a good picture. I want a good picture when it freezes. I'm really hoping that this works. Building executable asset for, come on. I really muted this stream. It wasn't even me. It was this thing, I think. Oh. Did it work? Ah, dang it. Right when I hate this, man. Oh, that's funny. You can't even jump when you're not moving. And you have to be holding... So I know one thing that's messed up Face cam freeze. I know I'm a little depressed because I wanted it to be perfect. Because then you guys could see, like, you know, this awesomeness. Let's reload. There we go. All right, let's. One issue with this code is that I'm setting it equal to 0 when really it should be anything that's less than 0, right? We're gonna compile this and check it out. Yeah, I know I'm a little depressed about it. Let's select the viewport. Go ahead and try this. I'm trying with the controller now to make. Gotta collect all the goodies. We need to snap the player to the wall and climb. That's gonna drive me mad. Doesn't work. Works perfectly like that. Yeah, beforehand you had to be absolutely -1 or it wouldn't work. Which is interesting because it should work to release if I'm anything below that. Let's see, because it was working like that beforehand. Once I latch on and let go, though, it's like, yo, you're on. You are stuck. Yeah, you won't even... So, the primary issue here, and if we go to up here, you'll see -1. It's either 0, 0, -1. And then we get some results here that are, you know, in between that. Do we get anything in the negatives? We do. Okay. So we're gonna have to put in here some canceling functionality where it will cancel itself out, essentially. Oh boy! Jump, jump. No, I'm gonna remove fire is the same wall. Wall check. So we're gonna have to do something in here as well. We don't want is same wall, and I can't go back. Can't go back. Check world state, climb, move. If this is true, this will play. I don't think, because once we select true and we go through all of this, we select the timer and then we start sliding. So in here, I think is the best time to, I'm gonna have to rename that. Man, that's true, because it's gonna linearly interpolate between them. So it's something it's gonna do regardless. It is something that'll happen regardless. And it's going to be dependent on that curve, right? So I guess in here we could do this because this is linearly interpolating between them. All right, if full input check equals input against the wall, but we need a wall normal now, and I don't want to use a vector, or don't I have something already that's getting this? I have the last wall normal. I guess I could use the last wall normal to do this, but that might be an issue later. So because the last wall normal is literally this, it's the last wall that the player has been on. And unless the player switches to another wall, we're not going to have this. So let's do input check here. And anytime in this, if the player lets go, it's going to cancel itself out. Oh, no. Man, it's already 10:52, chat. Why does time fly by so quick? So if I let go, but now it's... I mean, you need it to connect, but it's like we're not canceling out for some strange reason. You know what it is? So if we do the input here, and so essentially if this works, it should be still performing all the slide actions, right? If we're... First of all, we're gonna have to get time align. I know I clear these here. Clear. But this doesn't play now at all, which is interesting. The fall is still playing. I'm getting tired of climbing up this wall. This should be checking every single time. Let's see if this is even. Let's see if this is even doing anything. True call on input check. Yeah, that's not even being called now. And it's because we're using the last wall normal, which means we'll have to do another line trace in here. Is what I'm thinking. Yeah, false call on input check. False call on input check. False call. These are all false calls, even though this wall normal that we're using don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. And slide or stick to wall. Am I setting any of this to? No, I'm not. I'm not at all, actually. Oh, and slide, let's see. New location. We just have the new locations and locations. False, forward to X. So we're just having a fall distance here. Where do I set? In the wall cling or in the wall check. When do I set? When do I set the wall? Me. Clear cling wall normal. Let's go ahead and copy this. All right, we do it here when I say it's the same wall. So we do this right in the wall check itself. We do it here. Which is setting this to the mid-hit impact. So I'm automatically doing it here whenever we go to stick to the wall. Then when we go to stick to the wall, we can turn this on and off. If we turn it on, we go through this long line of things. Last wall should work though. Let's go ahead and remove the log or copy and transfer that print. Input against wall. Let's go ahead and grab this. Delete it from there, and then let's bring it over to the slide. We can put input. Oh, this is a bull. So we can't test it. But I could transfer this over. Even though, yeah, it shouldn't matter because that's where we're calling it, but we're calling it multiple times. So just for big brain or small brain reasons, we're going to go ahead and place it in here just to absolutely make sure. Last wall normal. Put result in here. We're gonna save that. We're gonna compile. And, you know, honestly, I don't like the input. Oh, man. It's just one of them days. So at least it is checking, right? But the issue is, I don't know why this wall normal isn't or why it's coming up like this. So I hate writing this. It's literally the most annoying thing ever. Because it's like so much tedious setup for this one print. But I want to check the last wall normals. I know it works. Like afterwards, we can't jump on that same wall. I want to know why. I mean, I guess that doesn't even matter because we'd have to. I guess what I want to do is just to check we're going to add another shape, a cube. We're gonna go over here, right? Do that. Maybe even go like that. And then we're going to overlap events. And that's -1, right? 1. So it's working like that. Let's go back in time now. So we know that that's -1 and that's 1, and we're checking zero. Is it because we're not getting the last input vector? Let's well, we know we're returning 0. Get character movement dot get last input vector. We're going to yet again torture ourselves. Copy paste z y dot x. Copy y. So we're just getting 0, 0, 0. So it doesn't have to do with the last wall normal. It looks like we're not even getting the player. We're not getting player input when we are in this timeline. So that's why. It's because the last input vector is we're not getting an input in here. We're like in a frozen state once we enter into here, and the only way we get out of here is by, you know, executing the entirety of this. So we can't really check the input specifically in here, but I wonder if there's a way to get around that. And I don't think there is, sadly. Forward X, this, get actor, location, well, how do we get the vector in a timeline? Maybe there's a get character movement input. maybe even though we're not in a movement state, maybe it's still a pending one. So it's holding that information, but it isn't executing it because we're in a timeline. So the idea is that obviously what we're gonna try to do is go back a little bit, and in here we're gonna say get pending input vector. Get pending input vector. Get pending input vector. And that way we can really see if there's absolutely no way to do it like this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so it's still 0, 0, 0. Still 0, 0, 0. All right, there's no way to do it like this. There's no cheeky get out of this scenario for this, so we can't call this in here. It's just, hey Sasha, what do you want, little one? What do you want, little one? She says, I want you to rub my back. Sasha baby. Little Sasha baby. What's wrong, Sasha girl? Huh? You want to say hi? Look at everyone. This is Sasha. This is my fiance's cat. Say hello. How's it going? Hi. You know I'm programming right now, huh? What's going on? You trying to become my thinking kitty? The cat that appears whenever I'm having a hard time? Or are you just here because you need some rubs and no one in the house can rub you right now besides me? That's probably that, huh? That's probably that one, yep. Yes, she is a very pretty, nice cat. She's very soft and she's just a very sweet girl, huh? But I'll tell you what, if any of the cats mess with her, man, or Pip or the dog, she goes crazy. Huh, Sasha? Huh, Sasha girl, you get crazy if they mess with you, don't you? None of the animals mess with her. She gets pretty crazy. Meow. The funniest thing is I've always had a cat like this. What are they called? A tortoiseshell or something like that? A tortie something? I've always had a cat like this. And they've always been named Mama Kitty. I don't know why. We've always named them Mama Kitty. We've had like 5. And they're always called Mama Kitty. So maybe when you get older, we'll start calling you Mama Kitty, huh? Mama Kitty. Who's your Mama Kitty? It's you. You. Yes, it's you, Mama Kitty. All right, I got a program. And I'm going to use the restroom really quick, guys. I'll be right back. We're going to have to find a different way to approach this entire situation. Okay? So, BRB. All right, I'm back, guys. So we're gonna have to figure something out. We're gonna have to figure something out. I can't call it in any of these functions. Do I literally just go his route? But if we go that route, there will be no longer any, like, there will be no control as to when the player will fall off. Because I want you to be able to cling there for just a moment. And then, you know, you start to fall. So maybe instead of a timeline, we would use a timer. And then after the timer goes, so instead of a wall slide timer here, or a... Whew, we didn't want to go there. Slide timeline. Play from start. What we would do instead is have the character start falling. So we would take a lot of this information. How do you... I know there's a macro for it. Let's look that up. Writer uncommon. Alt enter. Whatever. I do not feel like clicking all the buttons. The only issue with this is that we're not allowed to pass any information through here, I believe. Like, if I were to go like this, you know, we would have information. So, how about this? We're just going to have to make another instance here. We can... Come on. Come on. There we go. We're gonna have to make another UE log. Why does he make the UE log? Honestly, let's just make an F vector. F vector. last input equals get character movement dot get last input vector, and then we'll compile and just put a debug or a breakpoint there. Oh no! Warning. It's not intended to use with... Why is that a warning all of a sudden? Oh no, that's a warning. Where at? It's probably talking about the vents all the way up here. Scroll, 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 scroll. I wish there was the where you could click down and then drag up and it would let you like scroll up and down. That would be nice. There's probably is a way. But I'm assuming it has to do right here. Maybe. Because it looks like, yeah, the bindings. We have bindings. Oh, this is where we're creating it. Where's the binds at? In begin, right? Not in here. Where is it? Yeah, see here. If slide curve, yada yada. What did I set float fall void? This is ridiculous. I mean, I guess here could be an issue. I don't see why it would be. Honestly, we could just do this entire thing. Oh. That's because once I did that, then I'm gonna do it over here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm making a lot of rookie mistakes. Wall or clear timer. Clear wall timers. I believe that's it, right? Clear wall timer. Clear wall timer. Correcto mundo. Blueprints. Sorry, Chase. Like, stop doing that to me. Just let me say it. Oh my god, what is going on, dude? I'm gonna just get rid of these things here. I'm just trying to not destroy these things so I can pull them back if I have to. Right? And it's making it one hell of a task to do so. That's all I want. I just want to set it up. All your problems would be fixed. No, because I would still have this problem. Oh my gosh. Function, reference and function. Slide. I don't have a slide. Showing, execute slide. Oh, you know what it is? I probably... This is why. Yeah, I would. Uh-huh. Look, I figured it out with my brain. Side tick component. Oh. I don't want to go into disassembly. Well, it's good to know this is here. Because you can literally just see everything. Okay, I get it. We're gonna call each. All right. Would have took you 2 clicks if you used BPs. Probably. But programming is fun. I love programming. It makes me feel like my brain is bigger than it really is. Okay, it makes me feel good about my stuff. Down, 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 down. It should be. Oh yeah, my dumb butt wants to go to the start sliding in here, right? Put a breakpoint so I can see variables. This equals, thank you, threads, all the threads. So you're telling me I can't do it like this. I just gotta, I'm gonna get rid of this. All right, so we have to literally print these out. All right, let's go, because we play this start sliding after the wall slides, and this is when you would start falling down, right? BPs are colorful. Yeah, that's true. That is true. My little brain. I guess we just log this out. Text. Text. How's everything going with your second project, Chase? So it's not getting it there either. It's not getting it there either. You switch to the main one, but it's going fine though, he says. What the heck? Getting a little sad. Wah, wah. Yeah, it would be fine. All right. We're gonna have to check this and tick. Because how I would handle this, I guess since we're not moving, we wouldn't get that. We're gonna have to handle this a little bit differently because we're not getting any form of information after this timeline. I'm gonna check chat GPT. Chat GPT. Let's see if it's possible to pass something through a timeline. Get world timer manager. I could have sworn I tested this, but we'll try it again just to see if I'm just don't know what I'm doing. A float. $50. Yeah, see, you still have to, and But then we get an issue here. This one gets an issue here. Is there any over... I do something like this? No. Yeah, it says here. That's exactly what I was thinking you could do. Although I doubt this will work. Right. Because source function has one parameter but doesn't have parameters. This is interesting. This is the timer handle, so that's working. This, we're calling our main function here with float parameter while sliding. And it looks like they do some crap like this in these examples in class F timer manager. Do we need a timer manager to do this? You can do it using a lambda function. This looks over my head. So you need a lambda expression to do this, BPs, yeah. Well, it's a little too late for this because I have to do it in here now. Feels like. Maybe I'm doing this all wrong. Thinking about this all wrong, probably. Constant F input action value, F hit results, hit. F hit results, hit. F hit results. Sorry, I'm like malfunctioning. Because I can't find this and nothing's working. There is still hope. I know. As long as I'm breathing, Lord, what do I need to do? So now that we've started sliding, well, we're stuck to the wall. So what we could do I mean, in move, we could say if we're in this state, but that just feels like too much going on in the move function, right? Also, I notice if we're not moving, we can't jump. At least on, I mean, I can here. But in the other one, I can't jump. We'll find out if I can now. Yeah, I can't even jump unless I'm running. Which is interesting. This must be some type of bug. There's something going on with the input. Why? Why? Brain broken, feel stupid. Well, we have this, so that's good. I think that when we decide to, when we're clinging to the wall, I mean, we have a ton of other movement stuff in here. If we're not flying, this is a little interesting here. Make the forward direction the direction the player is facing. And we do that if the movement mode is not flying. So if it's not flying, we don't have any movement mode going on in here when we're clinging to the wall. We're in climb. It looks like. Or if we're not sticking to the wall. Wall checks. Stick to wall. Is the same wall. Let me if we stick to the wall, we don't move at all. But if we, like, if I were to take this off, I can move. Where is climb? So at this point, we're using the climb movements, or whenever we're flying, it's climbing, essentially. I just go to the thing. BPs never have bugs. I get it if BPs are good. I have to do it in here though now. This is where all the logic for the movement is. I'm sure there's some stuff I could do outside, but if any of that doesn't work with this, we're gonna still have issues. And the way I'm thinking right now is that this is gonna allow me to climb up and down walls that aren't. Yeah, see? But anytime that so this is all occurring right now, but we're only doing stuff in the upwards direction. if B is in contact with wall, right? So I believe what's going on is the reason why we weren't able to get all that stuff is because of this right here. And let's go into this and get do this X forward direction. Because we don't need, I mean, we will need that. Let's go to start climb. All right, let's see if we get movement input now. I'll go back to climb really quick. I just want to double check this. Move, climb, climb. So add movement input, forward direction, and that's, yeah. So this is if we are sticking onto the wall. Then we'll have this movement capability. I can't guarantee it'll work. But it doesn't remove itself afterwards. Let's see if I can force this. Yeah, I can. Am I still calling get pending? That's probably why. Start sliding. Get input. BPs never have bugs. So that's not the issue. We can get rid of climb. I was thinking, like, we don't have... Jesus, dude. Lord have mercy on me, man. Because I know we're in contact with the wall, we're in the movement mode flying, and we are sticking to the wall, but we're just gonna get rid of that. Because it doesn't matter. So now I have to do a check to see if we're sticking to the wall. So it's just gonna say true at this point. Just gonna say true. Then once that happens, that's gonna come out. It's gonna run through everything again and see if we're up against that wall, which of course it's gonna continuously say. So we have a is wall climbable. Man, we're gonna have to refactor this. I think it's called refactor. And put this in another function to clean this up. But the idea now is that we're going to see if we're already sticking to the wall. So if the wall is climbable, or else if the wall is not climbable. If the wall is not climbable, we're in here. Wow, already almost 12. I know, it's time flies by. We might have to start doing like 3 hours. But I have some plans to work on Judah after the stream, so it won't be today, probably tomorrow. But I feel like we just don't get enough time. I'm gonna refactor this again at some point, because this is a lot of if else. I'd like to do a check to see what essentially I'd throw all this into something and then do a bool and then switch it off of that. Something that would say like, oh, are you in climbing mode, blah blah blah. But that's gonna take some thought, and I'd prefer to try to test this out first. So sorry, we don't need this here. Honestly, I could just get this instead of having a bowl here and then just post that. And say if the input is against the wall, we're going to stick to the wall. But we're not going to do it if B is sticking to wall. If it's true, then there's no point in doing this. Or if we're not sticking to the wall, we're going to stick to the wall, else. There. I just learned a new macro. Was it tab? I thought it was like control tab or something. Oh, it's shift tab. Okay. Look at this nest. So ugly. So if we're sticking to the wall already, we're gonna start do a slide here. Slide here. And then we're going to slide. We are going to slide. If B is sticking to wall, stick to wall. Come in here, we say, yeah, we're sticking to wall. We've already hit this. This has played this. So now we should say is sliding, actually. In the wall checks, we should see if we're sliding. Although this might have some issue down the line. Because this is all just a continuous, like, rabbit hole of a check. We're checking to see if we're constantly in this state. But if we're already in the wall sliding state, means we've reached that. We're going to switch now from checking all these things and start sliding, and then we can... All right. Sounds good. And we have a void slide already in here, but that's commented out. This is starting to become very, very, I would say unorganized. So in slide here, when we stick to the wall, we do all these things to make that happen. We're still in a cling, or we could say that we're none. And then we could turn it off at the end. So we got to say stick to wall, off. Even though it's like we don't even... But if we turn that off, we're not going to get the movement. Regardless, let's go over here. We're gonna wait. It's already 12 o'clock. I gotta work on Judah. See, this is why I didn't want to do the wall slide. I mentioned this last week. I was like, we're gonna have to redo everything. And I knew we would. But with that being said, we are gonna be on tomorrow. Same time, same place, same friendly face. So if you haven't already, make sure to click the like and subscribe button. And if you have done those things, thank you. Other than that, shout out to all those who have subscribed throughout the stream. I appreciate you guys and your support. But other than that, I'm going to head out. I'm going to work on Judah for a couple of hours, trying to get this model out so we can start animating and doing other things. But when we're streaming, we're going to be working on this to see if we can get this done ahead of time. But I'm going to head out, guys. So peace out. Thank you all for showing up. God bless. See you later, and Jesus loves you, yeah. All right, peace out, guys. Hey, Charlie in the chat. Everyone say hey, Charlie. Thank you, Ria. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great one, okay? See you later. God bless. Goodbye. I'll catch y'all in the next one tomorrow.